Good evening, everybody. Welcome to S&T Bank Arena, where tonight it is Indiana High Hockey taking on the Meadville Bulldogs. Next to the last game of the season for Indiana, regular season. Right now, they're tied with Mars, second place in the varsity A Gold Division, behind Quaker Valley. Quaker Valley at 33 points, Indiana and Mars at 30. And Indiana will have one more game to play after tonight. Quaker Valley, 2 to play, 1 tonight and 1 coming up on the 19th. That's next week. Mars with a game to play against this Meadville team. So it's a really tight race. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Indiana comes in with a 2-game win streak. Meadville also a 2-game win streak. Last 2 games for Indiana, a 5-4 win over Montour, a 4-1 win over Quaker Valley. These 2 teams have met before this season. That was back all the way on December 11th at Meadville. And Indiana won it 6-5 in overtime. Outshot them 47-40 in the game. Just 1 game in the OT period between the 2 teams, and that was the game-winning goal by Landon Wilson. Meadville had jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Indiana scored a goal by Phil Bell at 14:49 of that first period to make it 2-1 at the intermission. Second period, Bell got his second of the game, and then 2 more for Meadville to retake the lead at 4-2 at that point. Then Ash Lockhart scored at 15:05 of the second period, 4-3 entering the third period. Meadville got another goal. Preston Phyllis completed for him his night of scoring with his second goal of the night. But then Lockhart with 2 more. He ended up with a hat trick, scored the last 3 goals for Indiana in regulation. And then Landon Wilson got the game winner in overtime. So 6-5 Indiana with the win there. This should be a really good hockey game tonight between these 2 teams. As you look at those standings and then you look ahead to the PIHL playoffs, Indiana trailing by 3 points. So no chance for them to catch Quaker Valley for first place in the division. They're really trying for second. They will get a home game in the playoffs unless they completely collapse over these last 2 games. At 30 points right now, they're tied for second with Mars. Just behind them is Shaler with 28 points, and Indiana will play Greensburg-Salem coming up a week from tonight in their final regular season game. North Catholic is in there at 26 points. They are 5th in the division. Then Greensburg-Salem at 24. Meadville 22 points. They are 10-5-1 on the season. Indiana at 14-2-1. And so that's the setup for tonight's game. Indiana taking on Mars. Of course, the big line for Indiana. Well, there's a few players that can alternate on the various lines, but you really look for big games out of guys like Phil Bell and the other leading scorers. Indiana with 3 guys leading their scoring with 30 points apiece. Bell leads in goals scored with 19. Ash Lockhart with 16 and Landon Wilson with 15. But Lockhart and Wilson, along with Bell, all have 30 points on the season. They're the 3 leading goal scorers. And Gabe Nettleton at 10-10, 10 goals, 10 assists, 20 for him, 20 points on the season. For Meadville, their leading goal scorer this season with 15 goals is Preston Phyllis. He had 2 in that first game. Ryan Unick also scored in that game. Unick has 14 goals on the season. And then 13 for Robert Mahoney, 12 for Rocco Tartaglione, and 10 for Zach Scheffner. Those are the multiple goal scorers. In terms of points, Tartaglione with 29 points is their leading scorer. Mahoney has 28. Phyllis 27. Scheffner with 26. So it goes right down the line for Meadville. Samantha Snedden is our engineer tonight, running camera and producing the broadcast for you here as we get set to bring you high school hockey. Indiana taking on Meadville. Anticipating it'll be Luke Rowe in goal. Not sure, though. We'll have to wait and see. Rowe on the season in 18 games, a 10-1 record. He's got a save percentage of .893 and a goals against average of .294. Jaden Learn also very, very good for Indiana. 14 games played and a listed record of 4-2-1. An .857 save percentage at .316 goals against average. For Meadville, A.J. Fuller is their most likely goaltender.
To honor America and those who serve her.
And we are just about to have our national anthem tonight from the S&T Bank Arena.
For our national anthem, which is going to be sang by Bailey Byers, a sophomore at Indiana High.
Bailey Byers, a sophomore at Indiana High, will sing the national anthem for us. Here we go. Our national anthem, tonight's telecast here on Renda Digital TV, presented by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. Also by Good & Associates, Allied Milk Producers, Meckling Insurance, S&T Bank, Young & Associates Engineering and Surveying, Crimson Wealth Management, and the Indiana Regional Medical Center. It is indeed Luke Rowe in goal for Indiana tonight. 10-1 on the season. A .294 goals against average. An .893 save percentage. A.J. Fuller, 7-5 on the year. A .336 goals against average. An .865 save percentage. So he's given up a few. He'll be in net for Meadville, the Bulldogs, against the Indiana High Indians. Taking the ice for Indiana, Landon Wilson. Gabe Nettleton will take the draw, and we're underway. Nettleton, Goodrich, and Wilson up front on this one. And Meadville will knock it out of their zone, take it deep into the Indiana zone, went right between the legs of Carter Mock, the Indiana defenseman. And Indiana will play the puck off to the corner to the left of Luke Rowe and bust out of there. Here's Goodrich. And he'll come ahead to Andrew Koback, the defenseman. Goodrich gets spilled, and back the other way comes Meadville with a 3-on-1, but Koback quickly catches up. And the puck played behind Luke Rowe. Off to the left wing corner. And Indiana will get it out. Back the other way comes Meadville. And they'll lose the puck once more. Played long and on goal by Indiana's Garrett Goodrich, who will chase off. Phil Bell's line out there now for Indiana. And Meadville busting out. The puck is beyond the reach of Preston Phillips, their leading goal scorer. And off to the right wing corner. Indiana ice. Taking the body for Indiana is the defenseman or the forward Ash Lockard. And Indiana will play it out. There's a bust out. And a nice little move there by Indiana's Phil Bell to try to slip it around the defenseman, but Big Jake Fritters was able to knock that puck away. Puck will now come off to the left wing corner. Lockard chases for Indiana. Can't keep it in at the line by Nate Wood. Lockard now will get the puck again. He'll find Bell. Bell on the right side. Defenseman comes up and knocks it away, but Bell recontrols. It's lifted toward the net, and it will be held there by the goaltender, A.J. Fuller. Just underway. 15:04 left opening period. No score. And Indiana's Lenny Fritsch will take this draw. And off to the corner it comes. He's out there with Joey Maines. Maines plays the puck, and then it's off the leg of Indiana's Jaden Myers. And they still can't get it out. Meadville giving chase behind their goaltender Fuller. Now it's played all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing. So it will come all the way back up to Meadville ice. 14:41 to go. Opening period. And Nettleton's line will come back out. Landon Wilson and Garrett Goodrich on his wings. Nettleton wins the draw. Wilson's shot deflected off to the corner, and then Nettleton gets it there. He'll give chase, keep it in the zone, and again, a good work along the boards. He manages to push it back below the net. Meadville will try to bust out from there. And it does come to neutral ice. Nettleton is knocked down. Meadville will play it off to the corner behind Rowe, where their Zach Shepner will give chase. Now in front of Chance, and Rowe's going to snatch that puck out of the air. Good opportunity there for Meadville. The wrister off the stick of Rocco Tartaglione. He is their leading scorer. He'll take this draw to the right of Luke Rowe. Indiana's Phil Bell. Puck played toward Rowe and then out to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Indiana now will control, and it's knocked out, and here they come. Into the zone comes Bell. Try to get around one, can't, but the puck comes free. Now Lockard will play it behind the net. Meadville will collect behind Fuller, their goaltender. Indiana's Jackson Albert pressures the puck, and then up the ice it comes. Another icing on Meadville. Each team with a shot on goal. 13:36 left opening period. And the Fritsch line comes out once more for Indiana. Brady Oakes will take one wing, and Jaden Myers the other. Fritsch will play it below the line, where Oakes is tangled up. He goes down. Meadville comes away with the puck. Try to get it out of the zone, and they do. Now on the rush for Meadville. Up the right side, and the puck is played off by Indiana. And now Meadville gets another chance and put it in. The turnover trying to bust out of the zone. And Meadville is first on the board tonight, as the goal is scored by Preston Phillips. He was their first goal scorer back in December. And he gives his team a 1-0 lead at the 13:15 mark. Preston Phillips with the goal. We'll see if there are assists. So Indiana trailing 1-0 on home ice.
Scored with 13:15 to go in the first period.
And that's an icing.
Scored by number 20, Preston Phillips. Assist, number 7, Graham Shellhouse.
The assist for Graham Shellhouse of Meadville on the goal by Phillips. And 1-0 Meadville. Nettleton will win the draw back to Nate Wood. And now Indiana on the rush with Goodrich and Nettleton. The shot by Goodrich and the save by Fuller. And Meadville will come right back the other direction and get beyond Indiana's Wood. But back there to clean it up is Carter Mock. And it comes out to neutral ice. Meadville will play it right back below the line. And there's Wood. And now here's a break in on Rowe. And coming over, nice play there by Carter Mock to knock that puck away. He gets up slowly. And he's coming off the ice. And he's hurt. Now back the other way comes Meadville. Up the right wing side, puck comes free. And Bell had a chance. Could not quite get it out. Wilson will try to hit him on the bust out. And now here's Bell again. On sides, but Meadville will control. And here they come. 1-0 Meadville. Bell plays it to Lockhart. Lockhart into the Meadville zone. Puck is deflected away by the defenseman. And then Indiana comes back with it. All the way across ice for Lockhart into the Meadville ice. Once again, they get it, but not out. It's played by Nate Wood, but Meadville will control this time and flip it into neutral ice where Wood will play it off the wall. And Lockhart will collect again for Indiana. Here he comes. Puts it on net. Fuller will control and cover. 11:26 to go. First period. 1-0 Meadville. The goal by Phyllis was his 16th of the season. And now the puck played into the right wing corner, but Meadville will control. Come out through neutral ice. Puck deflected. Meadville controls once more. And Tartaglione into the zone, but it's taken away there by Wilson of Indiana. Good head of steam coming up, and he feeds it to Nettleton. And this puck is played up into the stands. At the 11:01 mark, 1-0, Meadville the lead. And Nettleton will take the draw against Tartaglione. The Meadville captain. Nettleton wins the draw. Kobach puts it on the net, where the glove save is made. And then holding on to it is A.J. Fuller. Another draw to his right. Nettleton and Tartaglione, and again, Nettleton a clean winner. Kobach will put it right back on where it's kicked off to the corner by Fuller. Now right in front, and Goodrich can't get good wood on that one. Indiana controls again. Here's Carter Mock. Mock feed it down for Goodrich, but then Meadville's Tartaglione will come away with it. And into Indiana ice where Nate Wood collects. He's off to Goodrich. Goodrich has Wilson. The two of them will fumble the puck between them. Now Wood will get into the zone. And here's Nettleton leaving the puck. And Goodrich can't quite get there. Meadville will come out of the zone. Up the left side. Flipped on the backhand into Indiana ice by Zach Shepner. And here comes Indiana trying to get out. Through neutral ice. And the rush here by Phyllis. And he's knocked down on the check there by Indiana's Nate Wood. Now up the right side. Bell will try to skirt the puck around. He can't. And then it's controlled by Jackson Albert. Back to the blue line, but Wood is not able to get there. And once more, Indiana will collect back in their end of the ice. The play out to neutral ice is controlled by Meadville. And Indiana once more with Bell will get the puck into Meadville ice. The Bulldogs control. And this puck is played off the back wall, the side wall, and the faceoff will come near mid-ice. 1-0 Meadville at the 9:32 mark of the first period. The goal by Preston Phyllis. And for Indiana, Lenny Fritsch will take the draw. Meadville will control. This is Ben Hilson, the defenseman. And into Indiana ice the puck comes. Indiana gives chase where Nick Coretti plays it. And out it comes once more. Onto the stick of Fritsch. Into Meadville ice. Good wrister there. And then the blocker save goes off the back netting. Face-off coming to the right once more of the goaltender A.J. Fuller. Nice play by Lenny Fritsch to get that shot off. Shots on goal, 4-2 Indiana at this point. And the puck played right in front of the goaltender, but they'll come out of there. And on the rush is Dougie Phillips, the defenseman. And Indiana's Mock calmly plays it away from here. He finds Fritsch. Fritsch will dump it into the left wing corner. Giving chase for Indiana is Jaden Myers. Meadville will come out of the zone, rush through the ice, neutral zone. And Indiana once more will play it away with Kobach. Puck comes free once more. Again, a lot of neutralized play here. Now the interception by Goodrich. He's going to play it off to the left wing corner and then give his own chase. Meadville gets there first. They can't get it out of the zone, though. Indiana will play it again. And Goodrich will pressure. The Bulldogs get it out, and all the way up the ice it comes, where it should be another icing, and it is. At the 8:15 mark of the first period, the goal by Preston Phillips came at 13:15. His 16th of the season. It's 1-0 Meadville. Tartaglione will take the draw against Nettleton, opposite numbers 19. Indiana with Coretti and Nate Wood. And the water bottle came off the bench. The official will have to chase that down, and he does. We're ready to go. 8:15 left in the first period. Nettleton neutral draw. And here's Goodrich. He'll go behind the net for Wilson and then get it back. Back beyond the goal line he goes again. Oh, Indiana with Coretti missing the puck at the blue line. Meadville will come out of there, but they can't get into Indiana's zone. A nice play there by Nate Wood. Goodrich flip it through the zone. Meadville is there. And then Nettleton will slap it away. Collision at the ice with Goodrich. Can't get by the Meadville D. And then this puck is played into Indiana's ice, but must have been an offsides. .7:39 left in a pretty fast-moving first period. Phil Bell will take the draw for Indiana. And here's Carter Mock. Off the sidewall. Looks ahead for Lockard, can't get there. Meadville will control. Once more it's played into Bulldogs ice. And here they'll come on the bust out here and they'll throw it down below the line. Graham Shellhouse gives chase. And Indiana's Lockard try to get it out, cannot. Now he will on his own stick. He's on a rush with Phil Bell. Bell play it to himself and then back for Lockard. Hard wrister there, and Fuller again with the glove. Nice looking play by Phil Bell and Ash Lockard there. Goaltender equal to the task. It's 7:04 left in the first period. 1-0. Meadville the lead. And the face-off to the left of Fuller. Won by Meadville. They played around and off the wall and out to neutral ice. Carter Mock collects it for Indiana. And back to Andrew Kobach off the sidewall. And Jackson Albert will sweep it deep. Phil Bell will take his player into the back wall. Lockard is there now, and now Bell. Bell, he'll skate out and look for the backhand. Can't get back to the puck, though. And out of the zone it comes, where Bell will collect once more for Indiana. And he'll leave it for Lockard. Now up the left side, Mock. Lost the stick, lost the puck, but avoided a major collision there. And out it comes again to neutral ice. Then played back behind the line, and up the left wall comes Jackson Albert for Indiana, but the puck played away from him. And Indiana will dump it in once more. Now giving chase with fresh legs is Brady Oakes for Indiana. Brady just a freshman. Gets some pretty good minutes, though. And here's Phyllis through the neutral zone. Bell will take it away from him. Phil Bell has been out there a long time for Indiana. Off the skate and out toward middle ice it comes, where Jaden Myers will lift it into Meadville ice, but they're right back the other way. Z.T. Travis will play it deep. And Coretti chases to the corner for Indiana. Tied up there with Lenny Fritsch and two Meadville skaters. And now Oaks will try to play it out. Fritsch will get to it. But Meadville's big defenseman, probably the biggest guy on the ice, Jake Freiters, is there. And here come the Bulldogs once more. Debris at mid-ice. Nate Wood chases to the corner for Indiana. Meadville takes it away, and here's a rush. Wood goes down. Skating all the way behind the net for Meadville is Z.T. Travis. And they keep it in there once more. And then Wood will block this shot. And it finally comes away, but Indiana gives it away again in their own zone. Here's Meadville in the left wing side. That's good pressure by them. And finally, Coretti will chase it away. Off the wall and up and into the stands it goes. So the faceoff will come to Luke Rowe's left in the right wing side for Meadville with good pressure. 4:32 left in the opening period, 1-0. Indiana trailing Meadville. And Indiana will get the Nettleton line out there once more. Nettleton against Tartaglione. And it's played behind the net. Kobach is there but can't control. This one plays all the way through. Giving chase for Indiana but not able to get to it once more. And finally the puck is out of the zone, but Meadville's right back in with Ryan Unick. Now here's Carter Mock for Indiana. And out toward Landon Wilson at mid-ice. And Meadville's just clogging up that center part of the ice, and Indiana's finding all kinds of difficulty breaking through and getting it into the Meadville zone. Now this one's played on Rowe. It bounced in on him. It's a good play by Luke to stay with it because that was a difficult save to make. Shots on goal, only 4 apiece in this game. It seems like there's been more, but those are the only official shots. Bell to take the draw for Indiana. And Meadville will win it. Coretti and Wood on the defensive pairing. Here's Wood. Loses the puck, and Luke Rowe will have to play it back behind his net. Meadville collects it once more, right into the slot, and the shot taken, but bounces off a leg, and finally Bell will bust out of there for Indiana. He comes with speed, makes a great move around the defenseman, tries to lift it up over Fuller, and it was a little bit too high. Good play there by Bell, but couldn't convert at the end. Meadville will take control of the puck, and here they come. This could be a 2-on-1. Meadville up the left side and played through, and forward lost the puck, fanned on the shot, got it back. Now it comes in toward Rowe, and it's played off to the right wing corner. Through for Nate Wood of Indiana. Will play it around the Meadville forward, and out ahead he finds Bell. Bell makes a nice little spin there, and he's got a 3-on-1 here, and finally takes it in toward the net, and the shot is blocked away by the goaltender Fuller. Now Bell right in front again, and it's played off his stick. A good play by the defenseman there as Big Frieders got to it. And around and through once more, Ash Lockard will center. Brady Oakes is there for Indiana. Puck will come out to the blue line where Kobach will play it deep for Indiana. Oakes tries to collect behind the net. And coming out of there once more with it is Meadville. And out toward mid-ice where Kobach collects again for Indiana. Andrew Kobach will turn it up the ice for Ash Lockard. And then right back out of the zone it comes. And Carter Mock has to give chase for Indiana. He'll play it on through. Myers couldn't get to this one. And Meadville once again will dump it in. 2:02 left in the first period. 1-0 Meadville. Fritsch tried to keep it in neutral zone but couldn't, and Indiana's Kobach will chase all the way below the line. Kobach tried to play it out as he was looking for Tyler Yunt, couldn't find him. Here's Meadville once more. Shot put on goal by Phil Pandolf, kicked out by Luke Rowe, and this is an offsides call. They're going to have to vacate the zone, so Indiana collects it with Carter Mock. And here comes Mock. He's got Myers on one wing, and he's going to play it all the way up the ice, below the line, and then chase after. Lenny Fritsch will chase here. Meadville will collect it, though, and here they come through the neutral zone. Tartaglione goes wide. Puck goes below the line. Here they are right in front. Had a chance. Couldn't get to it. Another one right on Rowe, and he makes the save, and there's the whistle as bodies go tumbling. Carter Mock coming over the top and knocking down Cole Sobolewski. Good pressure from Meadville. 1:06 left in the opening period. 1-0. Meadville with the lead. And Gabe Nettleton comes out to take this draw against Tartaglione. And Nettleton will win it. He's been really good on faceoffs in this first period. Played for Goodrich. Goodrich will turn it up the ice, come through the neutral zone. Nettleton is there, but Meadville will get it. Tartaglione makes a nice move around Goodrich. Puck comes all the way through to the left wing corner, and now here comes Indiana trying to break out once more. Played for Goodrich at mid-ice. Goodrich will give chase, but Tartaglione is there once more for Meadville. He'll give it away to Goodrich, and he finally gets into the Meadville zone. Knocked down, but Nettleton is there for Indiana, and Goodrich is able to finally get up after struggling in that corner. This is played awkwardly off the corner boards and right in front of Rowe, who leaves it for his defenseman. Now out for Garrett Goodrich, and he's going to keep the puck in and feed it ahead behind the line. Landon Wilson will give chase. Take the Meadville defenseman there. Centers for Nettleton, and it's knocked away. Nice play there by Wilson, and Nettleton got the shot off. 1 second left, and that'll be the period. First period is over. Indiana trailing Meadville 1-0, and you're watching Indiana hockey on Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
We're back at the S&T Bank Arena, getting set for second period action. 1-0 Meadville. The goal coming at 13:15 of the first period by Preston Phyllis. The assist for Meadville to Graham Shellhaus. Phyllis with his 16th of the season, comes at even strength. No penalties in that first period. Shots on goal Meadville, a 7-6 advantage. And it looks like Phil Bell's line will get the start here in the second period. Bell with Brady Oakes, Ash Lockard. The defensive pairing will be Andrew Kobach and Carter Mock. Lockard will take the draw. And here we go. Second period begins. Puck played into Indiana ice, where Luke Rowe will leave it for Kobach, and Meadville will come up with the puck. They'll play it along the wall and then out to the blue line, and there Indiana is able to intercept. Oakes looks ahead for Lockard, but he took a hard puck to the, looked like the leg or the shoulder. He got hurt, and he struggles to get off the ice. Lockard going to see some attention over there. That would have been a break for Indiana. Meanwhile, here comes Landon Wilson. Makes a nice move and puts it in on the goaltender Fuller, who flips it up and snatches it out of the air. And the faceoff will come to his left in the right wing corner. Landon Wilson out there now with Garrett Goodrich and his centerman Nettleton, Wood, and Coretti on the defensive pairing. And the draw is won by Phyllis for Meadville. And they'll come out through neutral ice once more, play this one up, and it's into the bench. Ash Lockard continues to get attention over on the Indiana bench. Looks like it's a leg injury. And he's testing that right leg right now. Nettleton taking the draw and winning it. And then the shot put on goal. And it comes through and free to the right wing corner, where Phyllis will play it out. He makes the rush, and Rowe with a good glove save there. On the wrister from Preston Phyllis. Snap that shot off. And gloved out of the air by Luke Rowe. Holds it, and the draw now coming to his right. And Nettleton against Cam Arpin, and Arpin wins this draw. Will come below Luke Rowe's line, where Indiana's Wood will collect it. Coretti plays it out toward mid-ice, where Landon Wilson can't control, but Nettleton gives chase. Good job there by Nettleton to catch up to that puck. Now it comes off to the left wing corner. Nettleton is there again. Meadville will collect. They can't get it out. Wood will keep it alive, and it comes through to the right side. Wilson with the wrister. And again, the glove save by A.J. Fuller. Makes his 9th save of the night. 1-0 Meadville here in the second period. 15:35 to go. Line changes both ways. And Indiana will get Joey Maines out onto the ice. He's with Jaden Myers. And Jackson Albert will center this line. And Meadville will try to bust out of the Indiana zone, or out of their zone. And they do, through neutral ice, and it's played off where Andrew Kobach chases and intercepts for Indiana. Nice play for him. He looks ahead for Albert. Meadville's there to intercept. And then Kobach pressuring through the neutral zone. He'll chase him back into their own end of the ice, where Albert is there. Meadville will play it through. Carter Mock. And he gives the puck away, and here comes Meadville on the rush. Played by Myers, though, off to the corner, and then Kobach will keep it alive. Meadville, the centering pass, and still free. And finally, Indiana will play it off the side wall. And now the centering pass, and boy, the rush there. Good hard wrist shot by Tartaglione. And Luke Rowe was equal to that. It goes up into the netting. Joey Maines was knocked down. That left his player, Tartaglione, open to rush it. Good solid shot there. Phil Bell will come out with Indiana. And Ash Lockard is back. He'll take the draw against Phyllis. And Meadville will play it through in front of Luke Rowe. Now here they are again. They'll turn and throw it toward the net, but it gets beyond them. Now Rowe will have to make this save on the hard wrister. There's another one, and Phyllis. Again, Indiana scrambling in their own ice, and Luke Rowe with a good glove to make yet another save. And he'll hold on, and Indiana's a step slower right now than Meadville is. Off to the left wing side and played off the back wall. Out ahead it comes for an Indiana rush for Lockard. Here's Bell. Bell put it hard down low on the goaltender Fuller. No rebound as he holds on once more. 14:11 left in the second period. 1-0. Meadville with the lead. And Bell line will remain out, and Phil will take this draw. Lockard off to the wing in the offensive zone here. Meadville will win the draw. Bell will chase behind the net. It'll come up the other side. And then Indiana, Coretti tries to play it. Now here's a giveaway, and the shot on goal. And it does not get through. Brady Oakes with a good opportunity there for Indiana right down the slot. Indiana controls again. It'll come through and all the way out to the line. Lockard try to feed Bell in the front, but it gets beyond him. Bell will chase to the corner. Phil Bell comes back to Coretti. Coretti tries to glove it and keep it, and here comes Meadville as they get ahead. And a hard slapper put on the goaltender Rowe, and he makes the save off of Phyllis's shot. And here comes Indiana trying to get it out of the zone once more, and Lockhart does. Meadville. Right down the slot they come once more. Nate Wood makes the solid defensive play there. And off into the corner for Meadville comes Robert Mahoney. And he contends with Coretti, and Lockhart will come in and take the puck away from the two of them. Out through neutral ice it comes. Bell with the hard rush. Bell will get it away from one, but not the second player. It comes free, though, to Oakes, and he'll put the shot on net. Kicked out by Fuller. Indiana will change lines here, but Lockhart remains out. He gets the puck off to Fuller's left. Bad angle shot, and it goes off of Fuller and up and out of the rink. 12:54 left, second period. Good pressure from that line there, and here comes the Nettleton line with Wilson and Goodrich. Gabe Nettleton will take the draw, and it'll come back to Kobach at the blue line. Through, and Fuller will stick it out, and Indiana now will get it back. Wilson will chase to the left wing corner, and then he'll leave it for Goodrich. Garrett back to Carter Mock, across for Kobach. He'll put it down low where Landon Wilson is, but Wilson can't get it on net. He chases to the corner. Meadville will try to come out, and they do. Kobach is there for Indiana, but Meadville will collect it and drop it down behind the goaltender Rowe. Now Nettleton and Kobach in the corner with two players from Meadville, and Meadville will come out of there, but Nettleton plays it off to the wall, and then this one is put on Luke Rowe, who will glove it and hold it off of the shot by Matt Cast, senior. 12:10 left in the second. 1-0. Meadville the lead over Indiana. The Bell line comes right back out with Lockhart. And also out there for Indiana on this line is Brady Oakes. And Oakes will tip it out of the Indiana end of the ice. It'll play right back down through. And oh boy, Nate Wood lost the puck. It runs right through Rowe. And now Meadville centers in front of Rowe. Shot taken and right into his belly by Kean Hodgkinson. And Luke was in position that time, and a good darn thing he was. 11:56, some questionable puck handling there by Indiana in the defensive zone. They'll try to take this draw, and he'll keep it himself and try to get out of there, but he can't. And Meadville will center, but Wood is there. And now here's Bell with Lockhart, who Bell lays it ahead for Lockhart, but beyond him, and Meadville comes right back into Indiana ice. Coretti chases for Indiana. He'll play it off the wall and all the way around where Oakes is, and Oakes will glove the puck down, and now here's Meadville taking it away again. They throw it toward the net, but off to the corner it comes, and now the steal here, and Tartaglione will take the shot, but it's deflected up into the netting. And play will stop there. 1-0 Meadville with 11:22 left in the second period. And here comes Nettleton once more for Indiana. And he's going against the goal scorer for tonight, Phyllis of Meadville. Puck will come all the way out and into neutral ice. Collected there by Phyllis. And out ahead it comes once more. Indiana will chase with half of an opportunity, but they couldn't make the whole thing. And so here comes Meadville back toward Luke Rowe once more. Collected there by Andrew Kobach of Indiana, the big defenseman. And he tries to get it out but can't. And here's Garrett Goodrich. Goodrich try to shuffle it out of the zone and cannot. Phyllis will put this one on net. And Rowe kicks it out. Comes all the way through, and there's a whistle. And the official thought maybe that it was off the mooring, but it was not. So it just whistles it dead, and that gives both teams a chance to change lines. Phil Bell will take the draw against Phyllis. And it's played off to Caretti, I should say. And Nick will play it around the wall, and here comes Bell through the neutral zone into Meadville ice. He leaves it for Lockard, but Ash can't get there, and Meadville will chase after in the neutral zone. Nate Wood now for Indiana. Played around behind his goaltender. Up the wall, can't get it out. Phyllis is there once more for Meadville. Down the left wing side. Played out toward the blue line. Here's a chance. They play it. Rowe makes one save. He makes a second save, and there's another chance on the slapper from the defenseman. And again, it comes free, and Rowe's finally going to chase that puck down. It went off the back wall and just sat there in front of him, and Luke said, that's enough of this. And he dove on the puck and froze it, so he'll get the face-off off to his left. Indiana will put two new defensemen out there, Mock and Kobach. Lockard taking the draw here. And played around for Phil Bell in mid-ice. Takes the puck into Meadville ice, leaves it for Lockard. Lockard looks for Bell to get the pass back, and now it's free. Bell goes down, and Meadville comes out of there with it, with speed. And the defenseman comes up and makes the shot. He's had 3 shots in a row. Matt Cast for Meadville. And Luke Rowe with another save, and then this one is played off to Rowe's right, and he'll just cover it there. Shots on goal 15-12 for Meadville right now. They lead the hockey game 1-0 with 9:36 left in the second period. And Indiana trying to find some answers here against the tough Meadville team. Rocco Tartaglione will take the draw against Gabe Nettleton. And it's played into the feet of the official and still contested. And finally, Garrett Goodrich will come out of there for Indiana, play it off toward neutral ice. Right back into the Indiana zone where it gets beyond Kobach, goes below the goal line. Andrew Kobach behind his net, double teamed. He'll get it off. Landon Wilson try to get it out and does. Goodrich can't control in neutral ice. Nettleton will try along the wall, and he gets it ahead to Goodrich. And that's an offsides on Indiana. 9:07 left in the second period. 1-0. Preston Phillips with the goal at the 13:15 mark of the first period. We're in the second now. Nettleton to take the draw just outside the Meadville blue line. He'll win this draw, and Wilson then will throw it down into the corner. Meadville will give chase with their defenseman, Dougie Phillips. And then it's kept in at the blue line by Indiana. Wilson played through. And he'll center it for Goodrich right in front of the net, fanned on the shot. Meadville will come out towards central ice. Goodrich slams his stick onto the ice in frustration. Nate Wood will play the puck away from the on-rusher. And this one is played toward Luke Rowe. He'll hit it off his blocker. And then out it comes to Wilson. Wilson up the left side. He's got Lockard heading toward the net. He tried to play it through the defenseman. Instead, it came all the way through to the goaltender. Now some shoving behind the net. Landon is one of those guys who's always going to push it. 8:24 left in the second period. 1-0 Meadville. And this line change. We have a penalty coming? What is it? And the official is going over toward the Indiana bench, and it looks like they're going to open the box. Now over to the Meadville bench. So, still some confusion here. Indiana's Brady Oakes is in the box, and the official still talking over there at the bench, or with the scorer. It is still 5-on-5 hockey. And Brady's not in the box. And Meadville will win this draw. Try to get out of their zone, and they do, out toward mid-ice. And here they come with the chance. They play it low toward Rowe. He plays it through traffic. Here comes Jackson Albert.
Meadville, number 21. Matt Pace, 2 minutes, roughing. Indiana, number 31.
So mutual penalties.
2 minutes, roughing.
2 minutes each for roughing for Indiana's Landon Wilson and Meadville's Matt Cast. This puck played long from neutral ice and gloved out of the air by Luke Rowe. At the 7:45 mark. So they remain at 5 aside here. And Phil Bell will take the draw to the right of his goaltender, and he'll win that draw. Kobach will play it off the side wall. And here's Indiana in neutral zone. Bell try to get the puck into Meadville ice, and Indiana's offsides. 7:32 left, second period, 1-0 Meadville. Lockard will take the faceoff, and Meadville will control the puck. And skating through the neutral zone comes the defenseman, Dougie Phillips, taken away from him, and Albert will play it quietly into neutral ice, where Meadville collects and throws it back down into Indiana's zone. Played off to the side wall. Albert tried to get it through. He'll chop at it, and Phil Bell will lift it into neutral ice once more. Now Kobach, as Meadville gets it into the Indiana zone once more. Kobach plays it through 2 men, and finally up the side wall he comes. And in the neutral zone once more, Meadville tosses it deep into Indiana ice again. Kobach is there for Indiana. He'll skate off the defenseman, and then through the neutral zone. Indiana looking for a break. Albert will give chase. And Bell bottled up once more by Meadville's Ryan Unick. And they have just jammed that neutral zone with all 5 skaters, and Indiana's not found a way to get out through it. Kobach below the line. Try to skate away from the Meadville chasers, and he does to Carter Mock. Now here comes Indiana. Oakes feeds Lockard. Lockard will play it off toward the left wing corner where Nettleton will chase. And Meadville skates out of there again at the 6-minute mark. Coretti falls down, but then so does the Meadville forward, who had a chance below the blue line, or the red line. And here's Brady Oakes for Indiana out toward neutral ice once more, and then an offsides call. Meadville is offside. Luke Rowe will collect that puck for the official. And back onto the ice for Indiana comes Landon Wilson. Penalty is expired. He's out there with Oakes and Nettleton right now. Oakes replacing Goodrich on this line at the moment. Puck is played through behind Rowe, where Wood collects it for Indiana. But not out of the zone. Played onto the goaltender, Rowe, and he makes the save, and the nearest skater was Graham Shellhaus of Meadville with the threat, but Rowe covers up. And the score remains 1-0. Nettleton take the face-off, but it's Meadville coming away with the puck. Nettleton chasing after it again. He'll play it off toward the wall and then chase to the corner. He is there with Wood and played through by Coretti. And Oakes will knock it into neutral ice off the glove of Coretti as Meadville throws it back into the Indiana zone. Oakes is there. This puck comes free, and Indiana not able to get it out. Wilson will play it behind his goaltender. Wood in the corner, waits for it to come to him and almost didn't get there. Meadville almost got there first. Now Wilson tried to play it out, but again, Indiana not really firm on the puck in their own ice, and that can cost them. This one comes through behind Rowe once more. This one is thrown all the way up the ice and onto the net, so no icing there. And Indiana will make a line change. Lockard chases. Puck comes through. Here's Nate Wood. Try to get it out of the zone. Can't. Bell will try to collect, and he can't. He's getting frustrated. Slams his stick off the ice. Coretti in the corner. Chasing. Lockard comes away with it. Ash will play it through. Here's Bell. Phil Bell into Meadville ice. He'll play it off to the corner. Jackson Albert will throw it below the line where Ash Lockard did. Bell comes out toward the slot, and then I believe we have a tripping penalty. We do, and with 4:04 left in the second period, the first power play of the game will belong to Indiana. It's a tripping call on Meadville. Going into the box will be the defenseman Matt Cast. So the power play, 4:04 of the second, and Indiana loves to put the defenseman in front of just park him right in front of the goaltender. It's usually Koback. He's out there right now. Wilson at the blue line. Will feed it to Lockard. It comes back to Wilson. They'll play back on the blue line. And here's Wilson. He'll come toward the net. Center it. Bell scores the power play goal. The one-timer for Phil Bell off the left side. Landon Wilson got him the puck. And at 3:49 of the second period, we're all tied up. Bell on the power play. Phil Bell, he'll probably give Wilson one assist. We'll see if there's a second. As Bell scores his 20th of the season. And we're all tied up at 1 at the 3:44 mark here of the second period. Now Wilson chasing to the corner once more. New life for Indiana. Puck played below the line. Nettleton chasing there. It'll come through to the left corner. Nettleton and Wilson will get the assists on the goal by Bell. You're tied at 1. 3:24 left in the second period. Nettleton to the left of the goaltender. Puck will come into the corner. Played off the chest of a skater for Meadville, and then it'll come all the way up into Indiana ice where Koback is battling with Tartaglione. And what do we have here? Another penalty? I believe we do. And it's going to be on Indiana. They're going to give the power play now to Meadville. We'll see who goes in. No, that is a Meadville penalty. So another power play chance for Indiana at the 3:05 mark in a 1-1 game. And here's Indiana with the puck. Bell. The hooking call, and there's Wilson with a laser shot from the left side on the power play. Landon Wilson gives Indiana the score. They don't spend a whole lot of time on the power play. They just score the goal quickly. I was listening for the penalty call. It was Ryan Unick taking a hooking call, and Landon Wilson makes him pay. 2-1 Indiana. 2:42 left in the second. And here comes Meadville again with Phyllis. entering Indiana ice. Puck will come through toward Rowe, and below the line it comes. And the net is moved off the moorings there. As Meadville's Graham Shellhaus stick handled behind the net. The move by Rowe, and he bumped into it and knocked it off the mooring. And they'll need a new puck here. 2 power play goals for Indiana to take this lead. Now in front of Rowe it comes, all kinds of battling going on, and Luke Rowe stands strong, or sits strong, because he sat on that puck eventually. Along with 2 of his teammates, they were all down right in front of Rowe. He kept it out of the net, and Meadville is frustrated once more. Preston Phillips will take the draw against Ash Lockard to Rowe's left. And the puck comes through for Carter Mock, and he loses it. And Indiana still having all kinds of trouble getting it out of the zone. Now I think they finally will, as Ash Lockard will circle around, feed it across from Mock. Into neutral ice they come. Mock lost it. Oakes is there. Indiana's Lockard looked to take a flyer there, but they couldn't get the puck through to him. Now up the right side, here comes Meadville. Slapper, and Rowe kicks that one out right in front of a rebound, and the shot is off to the left side. Meadville controls once more. Here's Phillips. He makes a nice move, and then it's off the stick of Kobach and into the netting above the ice. Pressure from Meadville as we wind it down here in the second period, with Indiana leading at 2-1, 1:49 to go. And here comes the Nettleton line for Indiana. They'll have Jackson Albert and Wilson out there with him right now. Trying to remember the last time I saw Garrett Goodrich on the ice for Indiana, and I think it's been a while. Kobach, as they play it off the glass and out toward neutral ice. Meadville will play it back into the Indiana end. Kobach try to kick it out. He can't. Tartaglione right in on the goaltender. Rowe makes another big save and keeps them out of there. 1:23 to go. The giveaway by Indiana. Meadville right on net. And Luke Rowe stands tall again. 21 shots on goal in this game. Meadville in this period alone with 14. Indiana with only 13 in the entire game. Nettleton try to win this draw. He can't. Meadville will play it behind Luke Rowe. And then all the way around the net where Nate Wood collects for Indiana. And he lost the puck. Chasing after it again, Meadville with Unick. Unick, they'll play it out toward the slot where Tartaglione can't control. Indiana will play it through the neutral zone. A minute even left in the second period. And Coretti for Indiana through the neutral zone where Albert will collect it, throw it into Meadville ice. Meadville will snap it up the ice, and that'll be an icing call with 47.3 seconds to go. Lockard, Wilson, and Bell make up this line for Indiana in front of the goaltender for Meadville. A.J. Fuller. This one will bounce through to Fuller, and he'll kick it off to the corner where Indiana collects behind the net, out toward the blue line, but kept in. Shuffled toward the net, and it bounces up over the goaltender on the deflection, and there's another centering pass for Indiana, but Meadville will collect and get out of the zone. This one is played into Indiana ice off of Wood. And Meadville again will pressure with 20 seconds left to go in the period. Lockard will play it through, and here comes Bell on a rush. He's might have a 2-on-1 with Wilson, plays it through, and a good save by Fuller on the shot by Wilson. 8 seconds to go. Here comes one last chance for Phyllis, and Indiana, nice play there by Coretti to play it away from him, and the horn will sound with Indiana holding a 2-1 lead at the end of 2 periods. You are watching Indiana High Hockey on Renda Digital TV.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today. Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tylinski.
And I'm Rebecca Donahue.
The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all Little Indians video broadcasts this year.
Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. You can find us online at beyondthesunsetpets.com.
When choosing a pet crematory, the crematory you choose
Welcome back to the S&T Bank Arena, where after 2 periods, Indiana has a 2-1 lead over Meadville. And Indiana's putting up with some tremendous pressure from the Meadville skaters. Shots on goal in that second period. Meadville out shooting Indiana 14-7. So after 2 periods, Meadville has a 21-13 shots on goal advantage, but Indiana has 2 goals, both of them on the power play, both of them coming just seconds after the penalty was called. The first penalty on Meadville was a hold in the second period, with Indiana trailing at 1-0. or no, it was tripping. I'm sorry. It was tripping on Matt Cast, and Phil Bell took all of 5 seconds to score the goal off an assist from Landon Wilson with a beautiful pass, a one-timer by Bell at the 3:49 mark. Gabe Nettleton with an assist for Indiana as well on that goal. And that tied the game at 1. And then moments later, with 3:05 left to go, the second penalty was a hooking call, and that came on Meadville's Ryan Unick. And Landon Wilson at the 2:42 mark with a shot that eluded the goaltender A.J. Fuller. It looked an awful lot like Phil Bell's shot. Indiana played the puck from the goaltender Fuller's left across the goal mouth to the right side, and Wilson with the one-timer. So both of the goals were one-timer power play goals for Indiana. And I'm trying to recall if there was an assist called on that play. I believe there was, but I can't say for certain. But Wilson was the goal scorer. And so in this game, Phil Bell gets his 20th of the season and Landon Wilson his 16th. And so Indiana with the 2-1 lead. Wilson 2 points. He had an assist on the Bell goal. So in theory, that gives him 31 points on the season. And that takes over the Indiana lead. That's assuming Mr. Bell did not get an assist on the second goal. And so 2-1 Indiana with the lead at the end of 1. Meadville at the end of 2. Meadville led this hockey game after 1 period on the goal by Phyllis, who's a really strong hockey player, Preston Phyllis, as he scored his 16th of the season at the 13:15 mark of the first period with an assist from his teammate Graham Shellhouse to give them a 1-0 lead. So 2-1 now, Indiana with the lead at the end of 2 as they shave the ice once more for us, put down a fresh coat, and we'll soon be playing hockey again. 1 period to go for Indiana with a 2-1 lead. If they get this win tonight, the 2 points will enable them to at least keep pace with Mars. Mars does not play tonight. They will play on Monday night against this same team, Meadville. And so Indiana, with a win tonight, would take over sole possession of second place. They can't catch Quaker Valley. This is, well, technically, I guess they could, because Quaker Valley has 2 games left. Indiana has this one and 1 more to go. And so there are 4 points available, but very doubtful that Quaker Valley is going to lose to Greensburg-Salem and to Shaler. By the way, Indiana's final game of the regular season will be next Thursday night against Greensburg-Salem. It'll be right back here on Indiana ice. And I'm not quite sure who's going to be doing that game. I believe I'll have a basketball playoff game that night, so I won't be available. But that's okay. We got you covered. We're going to take one more timeout, come back with third period action in just a moment. It is 2-1 Indiana at the end of 2, and it's Renda Digital TV.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to wjyaengineers.com.
All right, ready to go. Third period. Indiana with a 2-1 lead over Meadville, and Garrett Goodrich is back on the Indiana bench. So we'll see if we see him here in this third period. He's actually on the ice right now. Reunited with Landon Wilson and Gabe Nettleton on this line, and we're underway. Third period with Indiana holding a 2-1 lead. Goals by Bell and Wilson for Indiana. And the puck played behind the goaltender Fuller of Meadville. All of the goal scoring and the goal to our right, unfortunately for Indiana, that's where Luke Rowe is stationed now. Puck below the goal line behind Wilson, and they'll play it back in the other direction where Nettleton gives chase for Indiana. And Gabe will try to play it out. Landon Wilson then will chop it out. Goodrich will chase after it in neutral ice. Now it comes through once more, and Meadville will try to enter the zone. They'll lift it in and give chase. Shellhaus below the line. Kobach is there for Indiana, and they'll play it through. Nettleton out toward mid-ice once more. That was Ash Lockard now out there. And through, and giving chase is Wilson. He'll push it along for Carter Mock. It'll actually go beyond him, and Lockard will collect it for Indiana. He'll play it off to the corner. And Indiana having difficulty getting it out of the zone once more. Carter Mock gives chase, and off to the right wing corner it comes for Meadville. Below the line, and then they'll try to center the puck, but cannot. And off to the left wing corner it goes. Wilson try to lift it out for Bell. Meadville keeps it in. Nice play by Tartaglione. He heads toward the goaltender. Penalty coming on Indiana. The hooking call comes with 15:20 to go in the third period. First power play of the night for Meadville. And so a Meadville power play. See what they do with it. Indiana playing it up into their own bench. So they'll set it up again. Penalty killers Nettleton and Albert for Indiana. Coretti and Wood on the defense. And the puck played behind the goaltender row, and Indiana try to get it out and can't. Kick back in. It's Carter Mock who drew that hooking penalty. Meadville works on the power play, trailing by a goal. Skating around is Robert Mahoney. And then the backhander by Tartaglione, and now Mahoney will chase it back again. Out near the blue line, he'll play it low. Skating around the net and then playing it out toward the blue line. Indiana pressuring there with Nettleton, but can't get it away. Tartaglione will turn it back around and then play it off to the right wing corner. Indiana finally will get it out of the zone. Nice play there by Nate Wood. Penalty killers will change. Bell is out along with Wilson. And Lockard and Kobach. And this one is played all the way up the ice and behind the goaltender Fuller, where Bell gives chase shorthanded. Phil Bell try to bottle it up below the line. Tartaglione will finally come out of there and out through neutral ice, where Meadville collects once more. The Bulldogs try to center the puck in front of Lowe. It'll come off to the right corner. And then out of the zone, Meadville having to chase after it with Tartaglione. Around for Meadville's Phyllis, who will carry it into the Indiana zone. This shot taken on the wrister there by Phyllis, and Rowe turns that aside. And then from the blue line, the snap shot taken by Matt Cast. And again, the save by Luke Rowe. Face-off will come in the right wing dot. Bell and Lockard remain out with Wilson and Kobach for Indiana. Lockard now will get into the circle and take the draw against Meadville's Cam Arpin. 7 seconds left on the power play. And Indiana will play it out of the zone. Here comes Carter Mock out of the box. As Meadville comes into the zone, they flip it toward the goaltender Rowe, who catches the bouncing puck. And the penalty is expired, so Indiana kills it. And back to the full complement. Nettleton will come out with Jaden Myers on one wing. And the puck comes around behind the goaltender where Carter Mock collects it. Jackson Albert on the other wing for Nettleton. Through neutral zone, and here is Nettleton taking it into Meadville ice, where the Bulldogs will come out of there with Cam Arpin. Puck is played off the body of Andrew Kobach, and Meadville back into Indiana ice below the goaltender Rowe. Mock and Nettleton are there for Indiana, battling below the goal line. Right up against the wall, Nettleton and Carter Mock. Mock goes down, they hold a stick, and Indiana will calmly get the puck out with Albert. It's collected there by Meadville's Jake Fritters. Below the line change here for Meadville. The puck played out ahead for Indiana's Myers, and Meadville will collect again. Indiana with a 2-1 lead, intercepted in the neutral zone, and here comes Nate Wood for Indiana. They try to make a move around Priscus, and Phyllis will play it out of the zone, and then he'll collect the puck in the neutral zone quickly into Indiana ice again. They shoot it toward Luke Rowe. It goes off toward the corner, off the net. Into neutral ice, where it's collected again by Meadville. And back into the Indiana zone. Rowe will kick this shot aside. And then Indiana's Albert will play it off the stick of Phyllis. And here he comes, intercepted by Lockard. Here comes Ash Lockard in, and the goaltender, the defenseman, is on his back, and there's the penalty. Indiana will get another power play off the interception and the rush by Ash Lockard. And Meadville's Robert Mahoney will go into the box. Third power play opportunity of the night. Indiana is 2 for 2. Comes with 11:35 left in the third period. A 2-1 lead for Indiana. Nettleton against Tartaglione. Indiana will win the draw. Here's Landon Wilson toward the net. Deflected. Nettleton will chase it behind the net. Right in front for Wilson. Chop at it. Won't get it through. This puck comes through. Bell will have to chase for Indiana back to neutral ice. Play it for Lockard. And Indiana looks to make the rush. Here comes Kovac. Kovac will take it all the way behind the goaltender. And then leave it for Nettleton. He's back behind the goaltender. The Kovac will come right out in front, and the shot missed. There, the good save by the goaltender Fuller. Off the beautiful play there by Indiana. Kovac teaming up with Nettleton. And Meadville almost got themselves a breakaway on that, but fortunately for Indiana, Phil Pandolf had difficulty with the puck. And Meadville will now clear it all the way down the ice, where Indiana will collect again. 57 seconds left in the power play for Indiana, leading it 2-1. And here comes Ash Lockard into Meadville ice. He'll take it toward the goaltender, move around the defenseman. Kovac gets right in front of the net. Out for Landon Wilson. Wilson will play it off to the corner for Nettleton. Nettleton to Phil Bell. Bell throws it toward the net. And the puck will come free, where Wilson will play it back into the Meadville zone and kept it from going out, actually. Now Lockard, the puck comes through him and to Wilson. And did that get through? Oh, it looked like it got through, but I believe the goaltender got it. The sticks went up for Indiana as if they thought it had gone through off the shot by Wilson, but it was a save by A.J. Fuller. 23 seconds left in the penalty, and Phyllis will win this draw. And here he comes on the rush. Phil Bell gives chase with an edge, and a shorthanded goal. Brilliant play there by Phyllis, his second goal of the night, as he held off Phil Bell and tied this hockey game with the power play goal at 9:49 of the third period. And we are knotted up at 2. Phyllis beat both of the Indiana defensemen there. And so we are tied at 2 as Nick Coretti handles the puck for Indiana. They gave the assist to Fitters and to Tartaglione for the goal by Meadville, which ties this game at 2. 9:17 left in the third period. And a stoppage of play. Face-off will come out of the zone. It's a great play by Phyllis to go length of the ice and beat both of the Indiana blue line skaters on that power play. Indiana playing forwards on the blue line. Coretti behind the net now for Indiana. Will play it all the way through for Bell. They'll try to get it off the wall, but Meadville is there. Nate Wood will collect the puck, gain the red line, and then he'll keep it. Meadville expected him not to. They expected him to dump it, and he did not. Brady Oakes for Indiana plays it behind the net. Now giving chase is Nate Wood once more. Hard collision against the boards there. And out toward the neutral zone, Lockard is there, and that's an offside call. 8:40 left in the third. We're tied at 2. Phyllis will take the draw against Lockard. And battling with this puck. I said power play goal. It was actually a short-handed goal by Phyllis. And so tied at 2 with 8:30 left in the third period. And here comes Meadville once again. They played well tonight. And the puck taken there. It's stolen away, and right in on Rowe they come. And can Rowe kick it out? He does once. He does a second time. Meadville skater gets spilled to the ice. Here comes Phil Bell for Indiana. Bell fans on this entry. And now Lockhart has to get back on side. Bell will keep it himself. Now he'll feed Ash Lockhart. Lockhart lost the puck at the blue line. Good play there by Meadville's Ben Hilson to knock him off the puck. And here comes Meadville into Indiana ice again, and they're offside. 7:54 left in the third in a 2-2 game. Once more, all of the scoring and the goal off to our right in this hockey game. 2 for each side. Indiana's Nettleton takes this draw. He gets the puck back, but Meadville will throw it into Indiana ice. And here comes Landon Wilson. Wilson to Goodrich. Nettleton into the zone. The puck will come through for Wood. And Nate looks for Wilson on the stretch pass. It's not there. Here comes Meadville once again, as they'll play it into the Indiana zone. Coretti is there for Indiana. Goodrich will chop the pass through for Wilson, then head toward the net. It's behind the net, and Goodrich is there again for Indiana. Garrett plays away from the defenseman. And here's Wilson in the corner. Nettleton is in the slot. Wilson comes all the way down through. We play it out toward the blue line for Coretti, and then right back to Goodrich. Garrett, bad angle shot, and Fuller is there to make the save. Shots on goal in this game, 26-16 Meadville. Stoppage of play comes at 7:04 left in the third period in a 2-2 hockey game. Myers, Albert, and of Joey Maines, the combination for Indiana here. And Albert will center it, and Maines tries to get the backhand going, but can't. Meadville will skate out of there. Through for Kobach of Indiana. And he'll play it off the stick of Albert and into Meadville ice. Maines chases to the corner there. And the play here for Myers of Indiana. Try to center the puck. It comes right back to him behind the net. Maines and Myers for Indiana. And now Meadville will break out. And here comes their goal scorer, Phyllis. He'll try to get around his defenseman. He does. Luke Rowe will stand his ground, make the save, and play will come to a halt. Get a little bit nervous. You had Indiana's third line out there. And the top scorer for Meadville, Phyllis, who has goals number 16 and 17 on the season for him this season, on that rush there. 2-2 with 6:20 left in the third period. And Meadville losing the puck to Lockhart. And Ash will play it out. And here comes Bell on the rush for Indiana. Bell try to get around the big defenseman, and he can't get past Dougie Phillips. And Meadville will come out of there. And here is Dougie Phillips. And Phillips will hand it off to his teammate Ben Hilson. Indiana, though, will intercept and come back the other way. Bell giving chase there, but it is an icing call. At 5:52 left in the third in a 2-2 hockey game. Indiana goals by Bell and Wilson. Both of the Meadville goals by Phyllis. And that's Preston Phyllis, not Dougie. Meadville will control the faceoff. Played toward the goal, and Nate Wood will intercept for Indiana. It does come out of the zone. Bell chases. And Brady Oakes will get after it, but it's played into Indiana ice here. Coretti will lose the puck. And comes through for the corner, and then right in front for Tartaglione, and he'll control again. Try to throw it toward the net, but it's blocked there by Nate Wood. Tartaglione gets it back. He tries the centering pass, and Indiana's Bell is there. Still can't get it out of the zone, though. He stick handles, and now he loses the puck. Here's a rush for Meadville. It's off the body of Luke Rowe, and Meadville will keep the pressure on. Now this one is intercepted by Bell, and they'll finally get it out of there. And on the rush comes Lockhart. Ash is defended by two Meadville skaters, who will play it out to Carter Mock at mid-ice. Mock then feeds it to Landon Wilson. He's on the rush with Oakes. Loses the puck, and Meadville will turn it back the other way. Ryan Unick. And the puck is kicked back toward neutral ice. Indiana's in the midst of a change. The rush here by Graham Schellhaus, and Indiana will take it out toward mid-ice. Once more behind the net of Luke Rowe. Wilson will flip it out toward mid-ice. It bounces right back to him. So Wilson keeps it himself, comes all the way through the zone, and then he tries to toss it high, and it hits the girder and will come right back out. With 4:21 left in the third, we're tied at 2. Shots on goal, Meadville 28, Indiana 17. First time around, Indiana had 47 shots on goal. So Meadville, by jamming all 5 players into that neutral zone. And there's a hit there by Nettleton, and the Meadville skater goes down, crumpling to the ice. And we'll check to see which of their skaters that is. That is Robert Mahoney. A crushing check into the wall at mid-ice by Nettleton. And he's going to get up and go slowly off the ice, and he'll be okay. Face-off will come just outside the Indiana zone. 4:10 left in the third. We're tied at 2. Nettleton against Tartaglione for Meadville. And Meadville will come up with this puck. Wilson, though, will tip it and feed it to Goodrich, who throws it down low. Chasing after it is Landon Wilson for Indiana. And he'll come up with the puck. He centers. Goodrich was there, but the puck was knocked away by Meadville, and they'll throw it all the way up the ice where Carter Mock gives chase. No icing. Mock will throw it through for Kobach. And Kobach out of the zone. Looks for Wilson. It's not there. Now the cross ice pass, and Meadville on the attack. Down the right wing side, they'll center the puck, and we're going to have a penalty on Indiana. On the hit. And who are they sending off? It looks like Nettleton will take the penalty, and here's a dangerous point in this game. 3:32 to go in the third period. And a power play opportunity for Meadville in a 2-2 game. And it looks like there will be a timeout on the ice. One goal here in this third period. It is by Meadville's Preston Phillips, his second of the night. And it tied the game at 2. That came at the 9:49 mark. Now with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third period, a timeout on the ice, and Meadville is about to get a power play. While we have the timeout, let's tell you that tonight's game presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. Also by Good & Associates, Meckling Insurance, Young & Associates, the Allied Milk Producers, S&T Bank, Crimson Wealth Management, and the Indiana Regional Medical Center. So a Meadville power play, and Phyllis will take the draw against Lockard. And win the draw, and back toward the blue line it comes. They keep it in.
Indiana penalty with 3:30.
And circling around and lifting the shot is Mahoney. And Indiana will make that save with Rowe, but the Indians can't get the puck out. Now they do. And it could be a shorthanded opportunity here, but Albert is not able to catch up to it. Meadville will come the other way with Phyllis. Phyllis will toss it across for Mahoney. His shot partially deflected. Phyllis is there to collect. Phyllis circles around behind the net and then throws it at Wilson, or at Rowe, and Luke makes the save with 2:58 left in the third period. Tied at 2, 1:26 left on the penalty. Nettleton in the box for Indiana. Lockard will take the draw against Preston Phyllis. Phyllis will win it. And look for Tartaglione now on the right side, thrown all the way through the traffic and kicked away by Luke Rowe. And then Indiana Koback, that actually hit a player on the bench, and that's a bad break for Indiana, because that will bring the faceoff all the way back down the ice into the Indiana zone. To the right of the goaltender row. Wilson and Albert out there now for Indiana. Koback and Coretti or Mock on the defense. And this one is played up into the air and off the netting once more, off the blocker. 32nd shot on goal for Meadville in this game. 1:09 left in the penalty to Nettleton. And Wilson wins the draw and pumps it out of the zone once more. And a little bit of the pressure's let off, at least momentarily. Here's Tartaglione for Meadville on the rush. He'll throw it at Rowe, who makes the save, kicks it off to the right corner, and then Indiana will throw the puck down the ice. They'll get Albert off. And back onto the ice comes Bell for Indiana on the penalty kill. 37 seconds left as Phyllis skates into the Indiana end. Playing it off is Koback. And beyond Phil Bell. Now Bell will collect again, but it's stolen away by Phyllis. Preston Phyllis has both of the Meadville goals tonight. He'll lay it back for his defenseman. And the wrister on the goaltender, Luke Rowe, who makes the save. With 1:50 to go in the third period and 17 seconds to go in the penalty to Nettleton. Wood Lockard. And it looks like Coretti out there with Bell. Bell takes the draw, plays it back behind the line, and it's knocked around through. Right out in front it comes, and the skater fell down. Indiana will fire this puck all the way up the ice. 4 seconds left, 3 on the penalty. And here comes Nettleton off the penalty box. Now a chance for Lockard in front, and he'll throw it into the goaltender's chest. A good save there by Fuller. And the stoppage in play comes with 1:28 left in the third period in a 2-2 hockey game. And a timeout called by Indiana. So we're all set up for a final minute and 28 in a 2-2 game. Goal scoring in the game, Phyllis in the first for Meadville, his 16th of the season. Phil Bell and Landon Wilson in the second for Indiana. For Bell, number 20. For Wilson, it is number 16. And then Phyllis collects his 17th of the season here in the third. We're tied at 2. With the timeout coming with 1:28 to go. We will see who Indiana sends out there. One would guess it would be some combination of Nettleton, Bell, maybe. In the minute 28, they don't have to break up any lines. And it is a tie game. But it is Nettleton with Bell and Lockard. And Koback and Wilson. So a lot of offensive firepower for Indiana on the ice right now. The faceoff to the right of A.J. Fuller, the goaltender for Meadville. And Indiana wins it. Nettleton, though, he'll lose the puck. And here comes Phyllis out of the zone, where Wilson collects for Indiana. Ash Lockard will play it back for Koback. And Koback finds Nettleton. Nettleton off his stick as he chases into the Meadville end, makes a nice play, gets the puck back. Stolen away from him, but then he gets it back and throws it off to the corner. Lockard will toss it below the net where Bell collects. Centers it, there's the shot for Lockard, and it's blocked by a body in front of the goaltender Fuller. Lockard will throw this one all the way to the right wing corner, and then played around behind the net once more. 46 seconds left in the third. Bell intercepts for Indiana. Back for Koback at the blue line. Koback, and it goes off the leg of Phyllis. And Luke Rowe comes all the way out of his net to play it away from Phyllis on the rush. Now in neutral ice. Bell loses it, but Nettleton picks it up. 28 seconds left. Lockard, toss it through for Koback. Andrew. And it looks like Indiana will settle for an overtime period. The puck still in Meadville ice. They'll come out with 13 seconds to go. They'll get the last chance, except for the nice defensive play there by Indiana, as Landon Wilson will play it for Koback. Then Wilson gets it back. 2 seconds to go. Toss it all the way up the ice, and the horn sounds. We're going overtime. 2-2 and extra hockey coming now, as shots on goal at the end of 3 periods. In that particular period, Indiana with 5 shots on goal, 18 in the game. Meadville, 13 shots on goal in the third. They have 34. And a bit of a blow for the players before we get the extra period underway. Goal scoring in the game, Phyllis 2 for Meadville, Preston Phyllis. Indiana goals by Phil Bell and Landon Wilson. And we're going to get a little extra hockey here tonight at the S&T Bank Arena, here on Renda Digital TV. Our presenting sponsor tonight, the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. So Meadville will send Preston Phyllis out. It'll be 3-on-3 hockey. Phyllis with Ben Hilson and Matt Cast. Indiana with Ash Lockard, Phil Bell, and Landon Wilson. And here we go. It's a 3-minute overtime period, 3-on-3 hockey. And Bell will just knock it away from Phyllis. To the right side, Hilson. Below the goaltender row. Here comes Landon Wilson. And Indiana up the ice they come. Wilson, it's a 2-on-2 break with Phil Bell. Wilson is spilled and into the corner. He body lands on the puck. Bell's gonna try to dig it out of there. And coming away with it is Phyllis. Preston Phyllis into the neutral zone. Now he'll enter Indiana ice. Wilson will steal it away. Out ahead for Bell. Here comes Phil Bell down the left wing side. He'll cut toward the goaltender. Played off of him nicely by Dougie Phyllis. And Nettleton back out onto the ice for Indiana. He's out there with Bell and Landon Wilson. This slapper by Tartaglione is kicked away by Luke Rowe. Indiana can't get this puck out. Tartaglione intercepts once more. And he'll head toward the slot, where it's played off the stick of Luke Rowe and up into the netting. 1:45 left in the overtime. In a 2-2 game, Goodrich, Nettleton, and Koback for Indiana. Tartaglione will take the draw for Meadville. Koback chased behind the net by Meadville, and it's played out toward neutral ice. Here comes Goodrich. Goodrich and Nettleton enter the zone. It's played off of the stick of Goodrich. Below the line he goes. And skating out of there for Meadville is Ryan Unick. Unick met by Koback. He'll toss it toward Luke Rowe, who kicks the puck off to the left wing corner. Meadville will collect it and take it behind the net. 1:14 left in the overtime. And Indiana's Nettleton try to play it away but can't. And they'll turn it right back around. Slide it through. Nettleton collects for Indiana once more. Hopping onto the ice is Ash Lockard. Koback, Nettleton, and the stick broke there for Nettleton and went flying and all over the ice. And there's Bell. He got it in! Phil Bell! Wow! What a shot from beyond the circle. Bell beats Fuller, his second of the game. The game winner comes at 44.4 left in the overtime period. Man, did Phil Bell rifle that. Great hockey game tonight. Indiana wins it 3-2 in overtime on Phil Bell's second of the night. Shots on goal in the overtime period, 2-1 Meadville. Final shot tally, 36-19. Meadville with that edge. Indiana, though, the game-winning goal in overtime by Phil Bell. Believe that shot. He really hammered it home. So Indiana with the win tonight. 3-2 over Meadville. Let's take a look at the standings and what that does. Indiana will get the 2 points. And Meadville will get 1 out of this. They remain in 7th place no matter what happens. Because with 1 point, they pull to within 1 of Greensburg-Salem, depending upon what Greensburg-Salem is doing. Indiana with the win gets the 2, so they've got 32. Mars does not play tonight, and so Indiana takes sole possession of 2nd place. They pull to within a point of Quaker Valley, which is playing tonight against Shaler. And Shaler's a pretty strong hockey team, so that's not a gimme there for Quaker Valley in that game. So Indiana now with the victory, raising their record to 16-4. Or rather, to 15-2-1. There you go. And so the Indians with a tremendous effort tonight against a really good hockey team. Meadville plays a really solid game, and the Meadville Bulldogs have to take that long bus ride home after a loss in overtime to Indiana. 3-2 is the final. Indiana the victory tonight, and I believe, Kate, are we done, Sam? We're done. All right. She looks at me hopefully and says, yes, we're done. So the final tonight in overtime, Indiana with a 3-2 win. And we thank you for joining us as Indiana gets the victory in overtime here on Renda Digital TV.